This video will be going to one of my VAs. He is my acquisition manager. He asked me a few questions about seller financing. Also, I will be sending this to him as well. But so this is a property that we are in the process of negotiating on. You guys won't see this until we have either closed it under contract to figure out, if we're going to follow through or follow up with. But this is a property where it is a multifamily property slash triplex. Steven's stack method is he takes seller finance commercial or multifamily properties, aka residential, depending on the bedroom, and he mixed those with a traditional lending, which is this right here, the DCR loan. So he's mixing the DCR loan with the seller finance and utilizing the equity and bringing the equity ahead. In a simple way, without confusing you, he's taking two different mortgages and playing with the equity so he's able to pay himself back every single time he purchases a property. So this for this particular property, the cash buyer would make 41,000. He would make 41K 609. That's how much he would make back when he purchased it, because he's getting the rest from the actual mortgage. So this is how much he would make. So when putting this together, you had asked me seller financing and interest rate, terms, all that. So each buyer, this is a disposition buyer, each buyer is going to want something different. So when thinking about terms, you got to look at this first. Like, as you can see, Richard, his terms, he wants 10% down less. There should be an interest rate in here, but if not, I'll put it in there. But as you can see, each buyer is wanting something different. My partner, Flipman, he's looking specifically for wholesale deals. Seller financing, he won't touch it. The type of wholesale deals he's looking for, this is his formula that he sticks to. So to go over all this will have to be a video itself, but I'm gonna just keep this video basic for you. So this is Steven when having a conversation with a homeowner, especially on a property that Steven has. Income, you want to get the income from the agent or the homeowner. You want to know if they have a mortgage on it already. If not, okay, get the seller finance questions. What do they want to do? You specifically want to ask them first, hey, what type of terms do you have? Sometimes they may have terms, sometimes they may not. Like right now, one of the properties I'm working on, she gave us the down payment. She gave us the down payment. She was strong on the down payment, but interest rate, she didn't care about the interest rate as much. So that's an easy win for us. So what that means for me and you, depending on the type of properties we talk to or we come across, it could be beneficial to us. So this particular property, again, I'm not going to make this too long and too short. I'm just going over everything quickly. So if it's in green, it's good. If it's in yellow, it's kind of getting bad. And if it's in red, it's a no-go. So this, you always want the total financing to be at least between 210 to 220 or higher. When it comes to the actual amortization, these are the amortization. This is the loan to value. And then this is the seller finance. This is how much we're actually trying to get the homeowner to seller finance. 50%, as you can see, either between 50% to 60%. So right here, this is where we actually look at the actual mortgage amount. So mortgage amount is right there. This is the DCR loan. We ain't gonna touch that. You can't touch the DCR loan. The mortgage amount is right here. Again, it's a lot to go through, but I want to keep it simple. Here's the cash flow of this property. And then as far as expenses, so we had already took the expenses out, it looks like. I would have to go back through it and see exactly what was the situation with this. Yeah, I would have to go back and see. Or let me explain what it is. It's a term, but I look at it as a tactic or a strategy. For me, when you ask for a balloon payment and nobody else didn't ask for it, it's one of the things where it can get hairy, especially if they want to go past 5 years. I only use the balloon payment unless it's asked or we are locking them into a very long term. 15 years is long, but at the same time, if they do give us some pushback, that's no problem at all. That's no problem at all. You just got to be willing to know where it stops at the risk. How long will it take for them to make their money back, and at the same time, what's feasible? If our max time length balloon payment we can give them is 5 years. As an investor, I would try to push it anywhere past those 5 years. Anything past 5 years, that's an easy W. So this is how you would structure it. Something like this is cash flowing. At the same time, the buyer, he didn't even spend any money really to get into it. Remember, he got a DCR loan, meaning he went to the bank and got a DCR loan. The loan that they were willing to give him is over 96K. So the loan that he got it for 96K. The amount of money that he put down was pennies compared to the 96K. So with that, he went to the homeowner and said, "Hey, can you finance me the actual property for 116K and carry it to the actual transaction?"